photographs are really compelling because this is not somebody making believe something is there. Some object was able to traverse the entire planet from pole to pole in a matter of minutes before the contrail disappeared.
For ages, we've heard whispers about aliens visiting Earth.
Oh my god.
Creepy encounters, strange sightings, and claims of aliens locked away in secret labs have always troubled our minds. But what if those weren't just stories?
The last remaining territory on the planet that could have such a designation is Antarctica.
So hang on tight, as these incredible sightings might just prove our prehistoric connection with otherworldly beings.
Oh my goodness.
UFO crash in Peru. In 2008, a mysterious event in Peru captivated everyone's attention when an alien body was recovered from a UFO crash site. The body, said to be discovered by the locals from a remote area, was described as having pretty unusual features that were clearly non-human. Large black eyes, small frail body, and elongated limbs. While the creature was reported to be examined by the experts, its true origins and purpose still remain a secret. Alien captured. A grainy, dimly lit video purportedly showed an alien-like figure staring straight at the camera.
Fala, filho da puta! Calma aí, mano. Porra, eu não sei qual bicho.
With a large head, grayish skin, and enormous black eyes, its expressionless face, along with that unnerving stillness, created an eerie atmosphere. The footage lacked any clear context, which of course sparked heated debates. Some insisted it's definitive proof of extraterrestrial life, while others argued it's an elaborate hoax. Regardless of its authenticity, the alien's piercing gaze and the mystery surrounding the clip made it a haunting piece, that's for sure. No?
Fala, filho da puta! Calma aí, mano. Porra, eu não sei qual bicho.
Varginha Brazil case. Way back in 1996, residents of Varginha, Brazil, reported seeing a strange crash happening and weird beings roaming the area. It was a UFO crash, and the strange beings were reported to have oily brown skin with glowing eyes and a really pungent smell. One such being was captured on camera, and by the looks of it, it didn't like being filmed, given the way it hid its face. All in all, this incident remains a cornerstone in UFO lore and raises pressing questions about humanity's place in the universe. Alien caught on camera. In a scary and frightening video, a strange creature was caught on camera when a crew was working inside an old tunnel. As soon as the light hit the strange humanoid figure, it darted across the dark tunnel, as if trying to get away from the light. But as soon as it realized it was being filmed, it then took a different approach, a much more aggressive one, as it came for the cameraman next. However, in doing so, its alien-like features became visible, which were quite scary. It was definitely an otherworldly being. But what was it doing here, and for how long had it been here? Area 51 Abigail Project. In the heart of the mysterious Area 51, rumors have always been circulated about secret experiments and extraterrestrial research. A video got leaked recently of one such experiment. A man can be horrified by seeing something. As soon as the camera angle shifts, it becomes clear what had freaked him out. As a figure can be seen crawling out of a tunnel, accompanied by horrific sounds. And then the creature poked its head out, and that was a frightening sight. Some believed it was the result of an experiment gone wrong, while there are others claiming it to be extraterrestrial life. Whatever it was, this thing didn't look friendly at all. Strange, mysterious alien. Fishermen had the surprise of their lifetime when they threw their net and ended up capturing this creature. Experts, of course, quickly took hold of this creature to run all sorts of tests and examinations on it. Its beak-like mouth seemed to have a hollow cavity, which implied it had a feeding mechanism that was both alien and terrifying. And its two black eyes were devoid of all emotion as it laid on that laboratory table. And as if that wasn't creepy enough, we get a good look at its body next. Its leathery body with scaled back, along with those webbed limbs, suggested a possibly armor-like exterior that could withstand harsh environments. Now, was this creature a new discovery, or was it something far more mysterious? Tell us what you think. Chasing cryptid. So, there's this crazy CCTV footage that's been making the rounds. It's got a vibe straight out of Stranger Things, like a real-life mind flayer situation. One night, a guy was just walking down the street, minding his own business, when he started to feel like someone was following him. He turned around and, well, let's just say what he saw wasn't something he was ready for. It was a creature, something straight out of a nightmare. Understandably, he freaked out, ran for his life. And luckily, the whole thing was caught on camera. You can literally see his reaction as he realizes he's not alone in the dark. Alien-like creature found. A man's dog barked incessantly through the night. Clearly, it had sensed something, but the man waited till morning to investigate the cause of it. What he discovered, though, was something he had never seen before.
Oh my God.
The creature, which appeared alien-like with a leathery body and the distinctive large head. It was in the middle of decomposition, but initially it was reported there was no overpowering smell. But as the days passed, the stench grew stronger. Locals claimed it was proof of extraterrestrial life, but skeptics believed it to be just another trick. What do you think? Strange UFO encounter. A UFO was captured in a blurry, shaky video, hovering silently in the dark sky. The object, a classic metallic disc shape, emitted a faint, pulsating glow. But that wasn't the weirdest part. Suddenly, it tilted slightly, releasing several mysterious objects, one of which plummeted to the ground. The enigmatic footage raises countless questions about the UFO's intent and the nature of the discarded material. What was it doing there? And what was the purpose of discarding those things? No answers yet. Brazilian mystery. In 1996, a fisherman caught something huge. It was that huge that it totally blew his mind. Well, here's what his net caught. Initially, he mistook it as some giant sea creature, but soon he realized that it's definitely not something that belongs to this planet. Had super thin legs, a weird oval-shaped head, and eyes that screamed not from Earth. It wasn't moving, so he locked it in a big creel, not knowing what else to do. Then, footage of it leaked online, and people went nuts. The fisherman disappeared soon after, and since then, no one knows if he's okay or if someone silenced him. Alien intruder. Some daredevils decided to explore an old, abandoned house that was rumored to be home to some strange creatures. They made their way through the house, but when they entered one room, things took a creepy turn. One guy started hearing weird noises coming from the window, so naturally, he went to check it out, filming the whole thing. That's when he got a creepiest welcome from this creature. And in no time, these guys left the place and never looked back. Now guys, what do you all think? I'm leaning towards an alien. Maybe it got separated from its crew and decided to hang out in this creepy house. But honestly, no one really knows what it was. Alien encounter. Now this is one of the most mind-bending and controversial UFO stories ever to come out of the 1990s. Dr. Jonathan Reed, a clinical psychologist, claimed that during a hike in the dense forest of Washington back in 1996, he stumbled upon something weird. a being so strange that he was sure it had to be otherworldly. Now, according to Reed, his dog had encountered it first. Sadly, it met its tragic demise in the process. So, acting out of both fear and self-defense, Reed struck the thing with a wooden stick, seemingly destroying the creature. Now he claimed he brought the thing back home with him, and claimed he also saw a UFO in the woods as well. But there has been no proof of any of that. Did he really encounter such a being? Or could it be just an elaborate hoax? The alien being looked quite real though, just saying. Woods alien. A hiker was out recording the forest when he caught something weird on camera. There was this figure, almost impossible to spot at first, blending in with the trees. It was so well camouflaged that if it hadn't moved, the guy would have never noticed it. The creature seemed to be looking around, like it was waiting for someone else. Maybe another one of its kind. The hiker, realizing what he was seeing, quickly backed off and stayed out of view. After that, the figure disappeared, and we're left with nothing but a creepy mystery. Gray alien. In a dark interrogation room, a gray alien sat silently, staring straight at the camera. Its large, bulbous head reflected the light, and its glossy black eyes seemed to absorb the surroundings without blinking. Its expressionless face betrayed no emotion or reaction.
What is this other threat?
It seemed like it didn't want to be here at all. Despite the intense scrutiny, it neither responded nor resisted. But the real question was, how did it end up here, under interrogation? What else were these people hiding from us? Alien in dark. Aliens aren't just hanging out in the forests anymore. Nope, they're showing up right in the middle of everyday places. Take this one, for example. It popped up in an empty building in the US, one that was being remodeled. The moment it stepped inside, it seemed to realize it was being recorded. And just like that, it darted out of view. And that's not all, but it was later seen heading back out the way it came. I get it. It might look like a camera glitch or some editing trick, but honestly, what if this alien has some kind of insane speed that we just can't even wrap our heads around? Alien crash survivor. One of the most enigmatic and chilling alien encounters to date centers on alleged classified footage leaked from the KGB archives. It seemed after a UFO crashed on Russian soil during the Soviet era, a surviving extraterrestrial entity was recovered. Later speculation linked this strange being to the Zeta Reticuli, a star system long associated with the alien abduction narrative, along with advanced extraterrestrial civilizations. With its frail humanoid form, large black eyes, and thin limbs, being definitely looked like the infamous gray species. Whether this was a hoax or the truth about the elusive Zeta Reticuli, the debate about the presence of alien life on Earth goes on. Russian mystery. A few years back, when the KGB was still doing their secret expeditions, they uncovered some strange alien creatures. These creatures went through all kinds of tests and medical checkups. One mummy in particular really had scientists scratching their heads. Was it some kind of prank, or was it the real deal? After looking at it closely, they seemed pretty sure it wasn't from Earth. The creature's bone structure looked a lot like ours, but its skin and muscles were completely different. Creepy, right? It definitely left the scientists with a lot of unanswered questions. UFO encounter. Another leaked footage from the 1960s had emerged, reportedly showing a UFO encounter, which of course left the skeptics questioning the authenticity of this clip. A mysterious saucer-shaped aircraft can be seen, and then an alien suddenly appears. It seemed to be going inside, after which the UFO hovered for a while in the air before speeding away. Was that really an alien? If so, then what was it doing here? Probably on a mission of some sort. All these questions and no answers. Turkish alien mystery. So, this creature was spotted somewhere in Turkey, and a tourist just happened to capture it on camera. I bet this is something that'll make you think too that, did it escape from a secret lab? Or maybe it crash-landed here and is still trying to figure out how to blend in. Either way, guys, it's definitely unsettling to watch. And here's another bizarre clip that came out. It shows what looks like an alien stumbling around, almost like it's trying to regain its strength after being locked up for who knows how long. It moved in a way that made me wonder if it was confined to a tiny cell, or if it's just struggling to walk like us. The footage is a few years old, so who knows? Maybe it's already back home, or somewhere else for that matter. Strange creature on farm. A man was plagued by strange noises coming from inside his barn. So, one night, he took it upon himself to investigate, and got the shock of a lifetime. There in the dark, armed by only a flashlight, he went inside the barn. At first, he only saw the animals there, but then he looked further, and there it was. Alien-like figure stood in one corner. Dark body with that large head and black eyes, looked ominous, so much so that the man didn't wait a second longer before taking off. Now what happened next? We have no idea. Did the creature stay there, or did it move on to a new hiding place? We may never know.
Come on, man, what?
Alien meeting human. So, we've all seen aliens pop up here and there, but this one's a whole different story. An alien was captured casually chatting with a human, like it's an everyday thing. Now there's some confusion around this one. On one hand, sure, it could be some clever editing, but after looking at it a bit more, it doesn't really seem like that. And with everything that's been happening lately, is it really so out there to think an alien might just talk to a human? At one point, they even shake hands. I have no idea what they're saying, but I really hope it's not about taking over the world. The subscribers pick: blue alien found in cave. A footage of some robbers raiding the cave of Nasca in Peru got leaked and began circulating online. Turns out they ended up uncovering a blue alien among all the other ancient relics.
Oh my goodness.
The shock of the robbers was pretty evident as they stumbled upon the peculiar humanoid figure, seemingly preserved, yet otherworldly. With elongated limbs, an unusual bluish hue, and a striking alien appearance, this discovery ignited a storm of speculation. Could this be evidence of alien contact in ancient times? Or was this something else entirely? Alien field encounter.
There it is. What do you want?
So, back in 2018, something pretty wild went down in a field. A witness actually caught an alien on camera. They tried talking to it, asking stuff like, "Where are you from?" and "What do you want?" But the alien didn't answer.
Where are you from? What do you want?
It just kept hiding and running around whenever the person got too close. The whole thing was caught on video, and you can actually hear the witness getting frustrated. They couldn't get the alien to come out of the grass, no matter what. After a few failed attempts to make contact, the alien just disappeared into thin air, leaving the witness standing there, totally confused.
I ran through the thing.
Aliens in China. A group of friends were just hanging out in the park when they saw something they couldn't explain. A UFO slowly descending from the sky. They couldn't believe their eyes, but instinct kicked in, and they began recording the scene like crazy. As the UFO landed, they scrambled to hide behind some bushes for a better view. That's when the hatch opened, and a tall, slender alien stepped out, looking around with these curious, intense eyes. Then, it spotted them. Suddenly, panic set in, and the friends ran. They knew they'd just seen something straight out of a science fictional movie. Aliens in the backyard.
We see three guys who was driving a black Suburban. They was passing around. We opened the garage. We went through them. They just run away.
A quiet night in Las Vegas soon turned into a scene straight out of a sci-fi thriller when a teenager and his family claimed to have seen extraterrestrial life, and that too in their backyard, of all places.
You believe you saw something that wasn't from this planet?
I believe I saw something, yeah, that wasn't like from Earth.
After a mysterious fireball was seen streaking across the sky, this family then reported seeing two alien-like creatures, and things took an even stranger turn. When police released the footage of their interaction with this family, people began flocking to their home to check it out. Now the question is, did the Kenmores had really encountered alien life? Or was this something else entirely? UFO sighting. A leaked 2018 U.S. Army video surfaced online, sending shockwaves down the internet. A mysterious jellyfish-shaped UFO was seen hovering above a joint operation base in Iraq. Its shape appeared to be translucent. This was captured through advanced thermal imaging technology. While it moved in one direction above a sensitive military installation, it then moved over a body of water where it eventually submerged. No concrete answer has been rolled out yet as to what this thing could be, but one thing was clear: it was definitely a strange aircraft, nothing like anything seen on Earth. What do you think? Strange small skeleton found. In the Nasca region of Peru, strange small bodies were found that sparked intense debate. These peculiar remains were unearthed in 2017 and initially claimed to be over 1,000 years old, unlike any known human species. These were small mummified bodies with elongated heads and 3-fingered hands. This one in particular was only 23 inches long and had no head. Now skeptics argued that these bodies were fabricated, citing historical hoaxes and the region's rich legacy of mysterious artifacts like Nasca lines. Still, the small alien-like forms continue to fascinate everyone to this day. UFO crash in forest. Amid the swirling secrecy of the U.S. government's Project Blue Book, one of the most puzzling incidents involved a strange crash in the forest. Witnesses in the rural area reported a blinding flash in the light sky, followed by strange metallic debris scattered across the forest floor, parts of which can be seen in this video illuminated by the flashlight. Now residents claimed military personnel quickly arrived at the scene and sealed it off. Project Blue Book labeled the event as misidentified space junk or a meteor crash. But many believe the true story was buried under classified documents, of course. What do you think? Strange alien-like creature. A bizarre sighting occurred when alleged footage of a strange alien-like creature in a really bad condition was found online. While the quality of the video wasn't that great, its throat was still visible, and the way it kept moving its head suggested it must have been in a lot of pain. Then there was the bent finger as well, suggesting the condition was pretty bad. Unfortunately, the footage ended there with no clue as to whether that creature survived or not. More importantly, what happened that it ended up like this? Gas station alien encounter. On the early morning of Monday, August 22nd, at around 3:30 a.m., a bizarre CCTV footage captured a strange entity near a gas station in Peru. The footage showed a mysterious alien-like figure, eerily floating and walking near bushes. My guess is it was observing the activity around the gas station. Its otherworldly movements immediately raised suspicions among the workers on duty, who eventually tried to chase the entity as it moved away from the area. Now, was this a genuine extraterrestrial encounter or just another prank? We don't know. But it sure made their day exciting. Strange creature spotted. A dimly lit street scene unfolds under the eerie glow of a streetlight. A car sat parked in the stillness of the night, and then something chilling happened. From behind the vehicle, a figure emerged, slender, with an unnerving gait and elongated limbs. As the creature stepped closer, its alien features, along with almost translucent skin and a hauntingly humanoid form, became somewhat clear. The whole scene was tense, and the silence of the night made it even more scary. Twitter mystery. Last year, a chilling video popped up on Twitter showing a creature with no chin, decayed skin, stretched arms, and elongated neck. According to reports, it was discovered in a dense forest in Chichibu City, Japan. The bizarre details of this mummy left the Twitter community stunned. They were fully convinced that it's an alien. The footage went viral, racking up over 15,000 retweets, as debates fired up about whether this could be real extraterrestrial evidence. Creepy extraterrestrial being. In October 2023, a camper was out walking in the forest when he came across something pretty creepy. A decaying body on the ground. Not sure what he was looking at. He decided to call in forensic experts. When they arrived and checked it out, the team was shocked. Turns out, it wasn't human at all. It was alien. The experts were stunned. They couldn't say how long it had been there, but they guessed a few days. This strange find raised way more questions than answers, and honestly, no one really knew what to make of it. Area 51.
What is that, dude? Did you just change it? Yes.
While on duty at Area 51, a soldier was scanning the brush with his camera when something totally unexpected happened. Out of nowhere, an alien appeared, standing perfectly still, almost like it was watching him. The alien then raised its hand, and a beam of light shot up into the sky. It almost looked like a craft ready for some kind of interdimensional travel. And before the soldier could even process what he was seeing, the alien vanished into the beam and was never seen again.
Whew.
And guys, I bet that this was no random encounter. But aliens were likely gathering intel, just waiting for the right moment to continue their secret missions. Am I right? Red alien. Ever thought about who or what might actually be flying a UFO? Well, there's a strange story that surfaced a couple of years ago about a UFO landing on Earth. According to some rumors, the alien inside was in contact with the government, and they let it take off again, but not before sneaking something aboard. A hidden camera managed to capture a quick glimpse of the action before it mysteriously cut off. Some say the alien noticed it was being filmed, while others think it might have just flown out of range. CCTV alien.
So there's two people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot.
One guy's security camera caught something pretty freaky in his backyard. He didn't notice it at first, but when he checked the footage later, there it was. A strange, ghoulish figure stumbling through the grass. It didn't look like it was doing too well. Maybe it came across an animal, or maybe it was running from something. Either way, it eventually collapsed against a tree, almost like it was too tired to keep going. Surprisingly, the guy didn't see anything when he came home. By the time he checked the footage, his backyard was empty, and the camera was totally busted. Creepy, right? Skygazer in surprise. A skygazer in Canada was just out there, enjoying the view, when out of nowhere, a massive UFO appeared in the sky. It wasn't like anything you'd expect. It was dark, huge, and shaped like a giant machine. But what really threw the skygazer off was the flock of birds flying below the UFO. They weren't flying randomly. They moved in perfect sync with the ship. It was almost like they were being controlled, maybe to hide the ship, or as part of some alien experiment. The skygazer realized this wasn't just a random bird flight. Something way more advanced was up there, studying Earth, using the birds as cover to stay hidden. Confidential meeting. Sometimes, the most unbelievable things are caught completely by chance. There's this old leaked footage from around 1959 that shows something wild, an alien showing up at a US Army base. The video starts with a car pulling up and military personnel getting out. The person filming, who's hidden out of sight, quietly ducks down and starts recording. And what they caught was just mind-blowing. An alien inside the car. It had a huge head and these big, bulging eyes. The creature looked drained, maybe from the atmosphere here, or maybe from what the authorities had been doing to it. The video cuts off before we get any real answers about why the alien was there, or what happened next. Alien monk. And now it's something you definitely didn't expect. A tourist was just taking a break during his trip when his eyes caught a strange animal. Initially, he mistook it for a monkey, but it wasn't like anything he'd ever seen before. Its long tail swayed slowly, and its body was really thin. The creature seemed scared, not coming any closer. The more the tourist looked, the more he realized it wasn't just some weird monkey. Its eyes, the way it moved, it felt like it was from another world. Before he could process what was happening, this blue alien-like creature quickly went back into the wild, leaving the tourist in complete awe. Alien risk. Now, before you rush to open a knocking door, take a second to think about what's on the other side. Because for one guy, things took a sudden turn. He opened the door, and out of nowhere, this bizarre creature leaped right at him. It happened so fast, he couldn't even make out its full form. Lucky for him, there was a safety door between them. Or things could have ended way worse. It's one thing for these things to visit our planet, but now they're starting to attack. Strange alien activity. So, aliens doing weird stuff in remote places isn't exactly new, but this guy may have just caught something wild on camera. While visiting some icy, remote land, he came across something truly bizarre. An alien-like face frozen in the ice. It seemed totally frozen in time. Naturally, he freaked out a little, but quickly snapped a video and shared it online, letting the internet do its thing. Some people were all in, thinking it was the real deal, while others were quick to call it a hoax. Either way, it's definitely a chilling find, don't you think? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. What if these UFOs weren't just a random sighting, but actual proof that aliens have been here longer than we thought? So, this local guy was just hanging out when, out of nowhere, he spotted 3 UFOs floating above him. These metallic saucers were gliding through the air, their surfaces catching the last bit of sunlight before the sky went dark. It was like they were on some kind of mission, maybe working together for safety, or because they had a bigger job to do. He'd heard the stories about strange sightings, but seeing them with his own eyes, that was the next level. The UFOs just hovered there for a while, as if wrapping up whatever business they had. Then, with a quiet hum, they slowly rose up and drifted off into the sky, disappearing like they were done for the day. So guys, tell me now, could it really be one more piece of prehistoric evidence that aliens have always been here? See you next time.